Okay, dear friends, I'm back. Today, I'd like to do the machine of the Mirai on the Hackthebox. I already spawned this machine earlier, and this is the IP address of the target. And I'd like to use the POM box, which is online payload OS, provided by the Hackthebox to do this penetration. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. I will appreciate your help and support. So without further ado, let's just get started. Now we can switch over to the viewer or GUI of Payload OS. As you can see, I did the nmap scanning with options like scene scan, version scan, the default script scan, and also the comprehensive scan or full range port scan. From the nmap scanning results, as you can see, the several open port. The first one is 21, which is running SSH, and also the actual version information. The next one is 53, which is running domain service. And the next one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the actual version information, which is light HTTPD, and the version number. Also, there's several other open ports. Okay, so what we are going to do next is to do the immersion, the web application immersion. So now let's open up our browser. Let's make it bigger so you can see what's going on more clearly, and the IP address of the target. But nothing returned, also no error returned. So what can we do? We need to do some furthermore immersion. For example, we can use the Q and the V verbose option to retrieve the content. As you can see here, there is one header field, and the field is xpi hole, which looks very weird. And I think from here we can know, yeah, maybe the target is some sort of the Pi device. So what we are going to do next is to do some directional immersion. The first two I'd like to use is Licto, and I specify the IP address of the target. Let's hit enter to see what we can get from the Licto. You know, Licto can give us very much information about the software to see whether there is vulnerability, and also some like misconfigurations or some common files or directories we can utilize. But in this case, I think nothing interesting we can get from the Licto. So I'd like to interrupt this process. And next, we can use the gobuster dir directory command. And I'd like to specify the IP address of the target. And I'd like to use the word list. The first word list I'd like to use is directory medium, and I'd like to specify the extension option. Okay, let's hit enter to see which kind of directory we can retrieve. Yeah, the first one is a domain. We can go back to our browser, admin. So we just wait for this to be loaded up to see what it's about. So I think the the web application, the performance is not so good. Anyway, we just wait for this to be rendered. And we can go back to our terminal. Yeah, we got the second one. Maybe we can interrupt. You know, I don't want to make the load of the target to be so heavy. Yeah, we got the admin console. So I think from the dashboard we can know the target, the admin is running Pi-hole, and we can also get more information, for example, like login. Of course, we didn't have the password yet, but we can make research. You know, the Pi-hole default credentials. Not admin Pi-hole. I think Pi-hole is Raspberry Pi, and I think the username is Pi, and the password is Raspberry. So maybe we can log in via SSH to the target. Pi. Let's hit enter. Yes. And Raspberry. Yeah, as you can see, we have already successfully logged in to the target. If we go to the desktop, and then we can get the user flag here. So far we have already retrieved the user flag, and then the next objective for us is to elevate our privilege to the root user and get the root flag. So what we are going to test, the first point to test is sudo. As you can see, yeah, we can run all commands without supplying the password of a root user. So the elevation will be very easy with just sudo bin bash. As you can see, we have already become the root user. Then we can navigate to root directory. Then we can get or retrieve the root flag, right? But yeah, it's saying here I lost my original root.txt. I think I may have a backup on my USB stick. So I think this is not a real root flag. We need to find the real root flag in USB stick. So we can use the LSB. As you can see, yeah, the USB, yeah, is a mounting point for the STB. So we can navigate into this is the mount point for the STB. STB is USB, okay? This is the physical device. Yeah, I think I have already explained. And now we can navigate to the mount point and the media, USB stick, list the files. We can get the txt file. Yeah, do you know if there is any way to get them back? It means that this root flag has been removed or deleted. We need to recover. Maybe the first place we can check is lost and found directory. We can go inside this directory and list files here, but nothing here. So what can we do? You know, we can go back to the root directory we can use the string command to display or reveal the the deleted data or lost data on the connected device, connected physical device. In this case, the USB stick is, this is the mount point, but the real physical device is SDB. So we can use the strings and SDB. And let's hit enter. Yeah, we got I think this is the the real root flag. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We have already got the root shell and also successfully retrieved the real root flag, which is a bit different from other CTF-like machines. Anyway, that's it. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.